First of all, we have to create our folder, and I just created a folder here, and I named the folder Bootstrap's website. It's under documents, and inside Bootstrap's website I have index.html. Okay, I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to open my index.html. So inside index.html I have some comments here. The first is Bootstrap CSS min files. I'm going to put my Bootstrap's CSS minified file inside here. It's called minified. So minified in the sense that it has been compressed so that your website can always load fast. And next one is custom CSS. Currently we will not be using custom CSS, but why I put this here is because whenever we start working on custom CSS, we will be able to do what? To add it inside here. So that is why I have it here at the moment. The next one is popper.me popper min file above jQuery min file. It means that I'm going to put my popper file just inside here above jQuery files. And most of us who have taken Bootstrap courses before will notice that we don't have anything like popper. Currently, most of our designs will run on third-party plugins, and some of them are like our drop-down menus. They need these third-party plugins like popper to be able to function. So currently, Bootstraps will always require you to get a popper min file so that you can be able to execute some of those things like a drop-down menu. And the next one is a jQuery file above JavaScript min file. So our jQuery file, that is the minified version, will always be here, and the JavaScript at the bottom of the body tag. So all that we need are the minified versions of any of the files you're going to download. Without wasting much of our time, we be like, let's get started immediately. So I'm going to minimize this. So move over here and hit on downloads. Once you hit on downloads, it's going to open up this window for you here. And once the window comes up, you come over here and you hit on downloads. And once you hit on downloads, this is going to prompt you to download the Bootstraps folder. This is the Bootstraps file. I'll go ahead and hit on save now and save as. So it's inside the Bootstraps website. So I'll go ahead and hit on save, and this will not just take time. See, it has already downloaded. So let me go ahead and open the file. You can see it is inside here right now. I need to do right now is I'll go ahead and extract all these files so that I can be able to get my CSS and my JavaScript here. So I've extracted it. I can be able to close this and open it here because I've opened this before. So now that I've extracted it, I'll open the CSS, and inside CSS I have a bootstrap.css, but that is not what I need because this is not the minified version. I have bootstrap.min.css, so I need this. And the next one is for our grid. I have bootstraps-grid.css. I don't need this because it's not the minified version. I'll go ahead and collect bootstraps-grid.min.css. And the next one I need is bootstrap-reboot.min.css. So this is what I need, the min files only. And inside JavaScript I have bootstraps.js and bootstraps.min.js. So this is what I need. Without wasting much of our time, let me open our notepad, and inside Bootstrap's CSS min files, so under here I'll go ahead and get my CSS file because this is the most important thing for now. So I'm going to say link, and once I type link, I'll go ahead and put rel equal to style, and the style is going to be style sheet. Yes, I hope you really took a CSS tutorial before coming over here. And href is going to point this. I'm close this right now. Inside here is going to point to CSS folder slash bootstrap dot mean dot CSS. Okay, I'll copy this because I'll get that of grid and that of reboot as well. I'll press and I'll press, and here I'm going to put hyphen grid, and here I'm going to put hyphen reboot dot mean dot CSS. So the next one is for the JavaScript. I will come over here and go back again. Inside JavaScript name is JS, and inside here I have bootstrap.main.js. So let's go ahead and come over here immediately. jQuery JavaScript is a scripting language, so I'm going to say script, and when I say script, I'll look for the source is equal to JS slash bootstrap dot mean dot JS. So I'll go ahead and close this. I'll close my script. Come on. Alright, so what is remaining right now is the jQuery and the paper. So go back to your browser and go ahead and hit on jQuery.com/downloads. So if you hit on jQuery, it's going to take you to jQuery website, and go ahead and hit on downloads. It's going to take you to this point immediately. So what I need here is download the compress production jQuery 3.2.1. So go ahead and hit on downloads right now, and you can see that I'll go ahead and hit on this. It will immediately come over here. I'll go ahead and hit on save. So it has already saved. I'll close this. Now let me go ahead and open it. Go to Bootstraps, and this is jQuery file that we download. I'll cut this file and put it under JS. I'll paste this here. You can see that. So now that I've pasted it, let me go back to my notepad, and I'll go ahead and copy the JavaScript link and paste here. So now what I need to do is come over to my jQuery and get the name so that I don't make any mistake, because I hate making mistakes. Okay, now that I've copied it, I'll come back here, and I'll go ahead and change this from bootstrap.main.js to jQuery 3.2.1.mean.js. So we have to be sure that this is it. So you can see that. So the next thing that is remaining is minified file. I always call this mean because I put it as mean.files. Okay, so if you hear me say mean, just know that I'm trying to say minified. All right. Okay, go back here and hit on popper. Let me bring this close to us. You can see that popper.js.org. So you can see that popper.js.org, and when you hit on that, it's going to bring you to this page, and hit on download version 1. And when you hit on download version 1, it's going to bring you to this point immediately. And this is a GitHub. You can see a GitHub, and did I call that GitHub or GitHub? So I think it's hub and not up, please. So sorry for that. All right. So we're going to download the latest version. We have different versions, you can see that, but we're going to get version 1.12.5. So go ahead and hit on download source code zip. So this is what we need. You go ahead and download this, but the zip is what you need, okay, so that we can be able to use it. So go ahead and download this. I have already downloaded it, so let's go to the folder and check it out. So inside my folder, you can see popper.js 1.12.5. I'll go ahead and hit this open, and go to your dist folder, which is up here after .github, and open this. So now that you opened it, all you need is just the min file. So the first one is a popper.min.js. I'll select it, and down here you can see popper-utils.min.js. So these two files is what you need. Go ahead and copy this right now and go back to your JS and paste it here. You can see you've pasted this popper.min.js and popper-utils.min.js. I'll go ahead and minimize this and open my Notepad++. Let me go ahead and because it's still a scripting language, I'll go ahead and paste this here, and I'll go and paste the next one. So what I need now is popper.min. I'll change this jQuery to popper.min.js, and I'm going to change this to popper-utils.min.js. So let's check it out to make sure that we're not running into any problem. You can see that popper-utils.min.js and popper.min.js. So we've gotten this, and the question is, how do we know that this is really working? Because that is the next question you're going to ask me. But don't ever freak out, because I am with you. So let's go ahead and create a simple button. I'm going to say a button, and inside this button I'm going to give it a class is equal to btn primary. So if we have a blue button, then we know that this is really working out fine. So let's go ahead and close this, and the name of this should be click Gistive. Alright, yeah, you can change that to your name, because you are not going to click me, please. Alright, so go ahead and press Ctrl S on your keyboard. If you have done that, move on to run and launch in Firefox, Internet Explorer, or Chrome. I prefer Chrome always. I don't know why. So I have Chrome here. Oh yeah, it's coming up. So, oh, you see, click, and this is not in a green, it's not in a blue color. So let's know why we don't have a blue color right now, because it's very, very serious. Alright, I say btn equal to, this is btn hyphen and not equal to, guys. So I'm still going to teach us about colors. Alright, I'm still going to teach about secondary, primary sources, info, danger, warning. So this is, you see, this is not equal to, this is hyphen. Save this again and open this. You can see this button is not yet blue. Let's refresh. Wow, you see that? And it's just a dumb button doing nothing right here. You can see that. Just a dumb button doing nothing here. So let's make sure that our jQuery and Popper and JavaScript are working. So how do we do that? Let's put an action here called onClick. Whoa, what is that? OnClick is equal to $, and that is our jQuery. This .hide. So when you click on the button, it will just hide immediately. I hope that is going to be very awesome. So now we've done this, go ahead and press Ctrl S again and go back to this. If I click, it's still a dump button. Now let's refresh. Alright, let's click on this again. You can see that it disappears. Refresh, it comes back. Click, it disappears. Refresh, it comes back. Click, it disappears. Oh wow, let's refresh again. Yeah, it's back. So now I'll go ahead and close this, because we'll be working on another thing differently in the next video. And in the next video, I'll go ahead and teach us how to set up Bootstrap CDN. So Bootstrap CDN is content delivery network. So you can always run that on your server, but that is in the next video. So in the next video, we kick off immediately and move into it. I really believe you learned something in this class, and in case if you have any question, don't fail to box me. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.